Good morning from Insured Family. Today, we're continuing our poultry farm and ranch. We want to talk about the endorsements that would cover the gaps that we went over on Tuesday. So, if you haven't watched that video, interested in poultry farm, learning more about the policies, go back and take a look at that one. And as always, if you have a question, you can drop a comment there, and we'll get to those on our live at lunch tomorrow. So, first, let's talk about poultry or livestock coverage. Now, as we discussed, the buildings themselves may be covered on that standard policy, but on many farm policies, birds are not automatically covered, or they're covered very narrowly. A poultry livestock endorsement is designed specifically to insure the birds themselves against covered losses like fire, wind, or lightning. Without this endorsement, a loss to the flock may not be covered at all, even if the building is. So this is one of the first endorsements with poultry growers that we ask about first. Let's look at our second endorsement. Now, equipment is essential. If you have equipment breakdown and mechanical failure, you could have a gap on that standard policy that we discussed on Tuesday. Poultry houses are, they rely very heavily on ventilation systems, feeders, controllers, climate equipment. If one of these systems suddenly fails, the damage isn't just the equipment. Unfortunately, it could cause loss to the birds very quickly. This endorsement can help cover both the cost of the repair to the equipment and, in some instances, the resulting loss itself. In example, it could pick up and have coverage for the birds. Our third endorsement that we want to talk about is power interruption utility services. Now, this is a major endorsement that you should consider if you're a poultry farm. Many poultry losses are going to happen because of a power outage or power goes out off premises, not because something goes wrong inside the poultry house itself. With this endorsement, losses caused by utility failure are often excluded. For farms dependent on tunnel ventilation or cooling system, this coverage is very critical. So this is a very important endorsement that we can pick up to close that gap for you of that power outage. Next, we've got loss of income, business interruption endorsement. So loss of income coverage, it's another area many poultry growers are going to overlook. If a covered loss shuts down a poultry house, you may still have expenses, even if you aren't producing birds. So this endorsement can help cover that lost income, that ongoing cost, while repairs are being made. For contract growers, this can help protect cash flow after a loss, during the loss. So, basically with poultry insurance, it's not a one-size-fits-all policy. It's not going to come with endorsements built in. We've got to add those in. The right endorsements can help protect your operation from losses that our standard policies often don't cover, exclude, or limit. If you raise poultry, make sure your policy matches the risk that you face. Follow us at Insured Family LLC. Join me tomorrow as we'll have our live recap where we'll talk through some real world scenarios and answer the questions that you may have. You can shoot us questions direct message on any of our social media platforms. Also, you can give us a call if you'd rather talk on the phone, 662-263-3154. Drop us an email, contact@insured-family.com. And you can go to our website. We have forms that you can fill out there with questions. That's www.insured-family.com. That's INSURED-family.com. Thank you all for watching. I hope these videos are helping to educate you so you would be more prepared to look over your farm and ranch policy. And as always, thank you for being a part of our family, and may God bless each of you.